What is up, guys? We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Definitely smash that like button before we get started. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. So Bitcoin, hopefully you guys can hear me. Bitcoin currently trading just above 19,400. Ethereum is also looking really, really good right now. And the alts are definitely lagging behind at the moment, but I think this could all change, if Bitcoin does break above the all-time high. We're going to be discussing a lot of stuff today. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin long-term, short-term, Ethereum, Chainlink, others, some news. A lot of stuff to talk about right now, guys. The crypto market is really heating up. And honestly, I think this is just the start. And I think we have probably another year of upside. As long as nothing crazy happens with, some sort of, COVID or whatever, it's just anything crazy, a stock market dump. Hopefully nothing like that happens, because if not, very likely, guys, we have a whole year, an entire year of upside, which means that you guys need to be focused on the long term, right? If you're too focused on the short term, you're not going to make the gains that you could have made, right? I mean, when we're talking about Bitcoin, guys, we're talking about some of the most epic gains in human history. You can't outperform Bitcoin. You really can't do it. You should not be worried about the short term, because the gains that are provided here in these bull markets, guys, are absolutely insane. And there's no way that you're going to outperform Bitcoin with your little swing trades and day trades. Trust me. Focus on the long term, and you'll probably do much, much better. Much, much better. What is up, guys? Take a look at chat real quick. We have all the regulars here. What's up? Gordon Gecko says loop ring to $2. What's up, everyone? Yeah, I think we're all going to be rich as long as we stay patient. As long as we stay patient, guys. You know, my projections, the traditional Bitcoin cycles, everything kind of points to a potential upside target of $250,000 for Bitcoin, right? If you just go based off of each previous cycle and where the stock to flow model is pointing us to. And yeah, I mean, if we have anything similar, we're going to hit at least 100K to 250K for Bitcoin. So, and that's really actually realistic. If somebody had said to you in 2016 when Bitcoin was sitting at $200, $230, they said, yo, in about a year and a half, we're going to be at 20K. And you're looking at the price of Bitcoin and it's $230 and you're like, 20K? You're just stupid. You must be stupid to think that, right? You're just a moon boy. Well, guys, I'm telling you, Bitcoin's at 20K right now, basically. 250K is actually very realistic for this market. This is how Bitcoin, this is normal performance, actually. This is the average performance for Bitcoin in a bull cycle. Average performance would put us at 250K. Some people are more bullish, some people are less bullish, but that's just what I think. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong about this. But yeah, I mean, definitely keep your eye on the long term, guys. It's way more rewarding in the end. Far more rewarding in the end. Hold on one second. You guys, let me know. Can you guys like hear me well through the music and everything? Is everything good? Let me know in the chat if the music is good, if the audio is good. So yeah, guys, you have this long-term chart. I mean, I don't know. I have this posted on Twitter. I have this posted in my Patreon. But if you want to take a picture of this, you can, because I think this is a pretty accurate representation of what is to come. So Bitcoin right now, on the daily, is looking quite good. We haven't really been able to get above this resistance. We're just above the point of control, which is about 19,200. Point of control is about 19,200. It seems like, looking at the daily, could be 19,250. But Bitcoin is just above this level, and you know we're above the area of most volume now, which is good. We're not necessarily getting a break above this previous high, this wick high, right? But if we can get above, I think the area that I'm looking for really is 19.5. If we get above 19,500, I think that ultimately, especially if you're looking at the 4-hour chart, I think 19.5, is it 19.5? It's basically 19.5. If you get above 19.5, I think you're headed for new all-time highs. We did briefly test, or I guess you could just say 19.6. If you get above 19,600, you're pretty much set for new all-time highs. There's really not much going on above that, right? And that is basically the new all-time high for Bitcoin, right? Because we hit the highest price ever for Bitcoin is now set at 19,900. And looking at the 4-hour chart, we have this pennant formation. Bitcoin is, you know, perched up on the upside of the formation. We broke above the downward sloping resistance. We now confirmed it as support. So, you know, making good bullish progress. Bitcoin is sitting in a nice bullish posture. As long as we hold above this, you know, no matter what we do, I'd say this is very bullish for Bitcoin. We're looking for new all-time highs. If we can't hold this area, we break back into the symmetrical triangle. You know, that's more neutral, obviously. But right now, honestly, it's like we're so close to the all-time high, and the market keeps pushing for it. I think it's just probably this week we'll hit a new all-time high, probably, unless something crazy happens with the stock market or whatever. As long as that doesn't happen, you know, S&P is up 1.12% today. As long as the stock market keeps moving up, as long as the US dollar index continues to hold these low levels, because even today the US dollar index is doing quite bad, as long as the US dollar index continues to perform very poorly, as long as it's just sitting at low levels, this is ultimately extremely bullish for Bitcoin, right? Ultimately, that's very bullish for Bitcoin. As long as the US dollar index is just sitting at low levels. What's up, guys? We got 300 people watching. Definitely smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Hold on, I'm missing your chat right now. I just want to go over a few things. But yeah, that's Bitcoin short-term and long-term. I think that it's actually likely that we're going to be sitting at new all-time highs this week. Quite possible. Ethereum is also looking pretty good here on the weekly. So Ethereum is above two really key areas. So Ethereum, we have this very historic range from 2017 where we were finding a lot of resistance. And we also found support here in 2018, about 367, 370. And then we found resistance here in 2019. And that is a very, very critical zone that we have now held as new support, rallying up. So that is, previously this was the speculative ceiling. Then it became the speculative ceiling again. It was also the speculative floor in 2018. And now became the speculative floor again here in 2020. So really good progress. I would say Ethereum is officially in a bull market. We're having a really nice sustained increase in price over time, especially if we move into the first few months of 2020 like this. I would say this is officially a bull market because all that means is that we're just going up for a long period of time. So that's really cool. Ethereum above very critical support. And the next major support is also kind of coinciding with our upward sloping trend line here. It kind of lines up with this if we were to see a pullback, but not really. This area, 450, about 450, is the most critical support I see on the chart right now, also from a historic perspective. And we have previous resistance here. 450 is the area that, if you're going to maintain this bullish posture, it's also, the 21-week EMA is also currently coming up along that level. I don't expect a pullback anytime soon, but I'm just saying that is probably the most key level right now overall, about 450. You could say, yeah, 450 about. So as long as we maintain these levels, I think Ethereum is going to be looking really good, guys. The next major upside target here for Ethereum is about 750. You could use your fibs from high to low and take a look. Yeah, you could target 670, which is the current resistance line here. You could target 670, which is also the 786 fib extension, right? But ultimately, I think the most critical area is about 750 to 830, 800 or 828, which is lot. We saw a lot of resistance and support as we were attempting. We peaked here in 2017 or 2018. The market was trying to hold 750 as a support, but it failed. But there's a lot of historic activity in this range, so I would say 750 is probably the most critical next upside target for Ethereum. And as long as we can hold within this range and just continue to trend upward, I do think that, in between 750 and 828 would be the next major target here for Ethereum. It's kind of what I'm looking for right now, ultimately. I'm not saying that we're going to pull back short term. We could totally just continue to push upward, of course. What's up, everyone in the chat? What's going on, guys? Joshua says, Kev, are you more bullish on ETH or Bitcoin in 2021? More bullish. I mean, that question's a little bit. When you ask that question, are you more bullish on Bitcoin or Ethereum? Well, guys, you have to be the most bullish on Bitcoin. If you're not the most bullish on Bitcoin generally, then I don't think you understand the crypto market, because Bitcoin is the thing that has to be bullish for everything you like in this market to be bullish. So yeah, I mean, you got to be the most bullish on Bitcoin. But are you talking about percentage gains? What percentage gains are going to, I mean, shitcoin number 538 will have better gains than Bitcoin in the next bull cycle, right? Whatever that is, right? Most likely. But Bitcoin is the thing that drives the whole market. So I'm most bullish on Bitcoin, right? Ethereum is an easy second place, guys, in terms of what I'm most bullish on. Easily, Ethereum is second. But I do think that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin in terms of percentage gains. So if you look at it that way, I guess I'm more bullish on Ethereum because I think it'll perform better. It's already ahead of Bitcoin. It's like double. It's already doubled Bitcoin in terms of percentage gains, guys. Let's take a look at the list. Hold on. Let's take a look at the list. We can see that, Bitcoin is up 166%. In the past year, Ethereum is up 341% in the past year. So almost double already. So if you just consider that if everything is remaining bullish over the next year, if we're going to follow this traditional cycle here, then yeah, Ethereum is probably going to be outperforming Bitcoin, guys. Most likely. Ethereum is still extremely cheap. In my opinion, Ethereum is still undervalued to a large extent. I mean, you could argue that though, because it was overvalued, I guess, here because of the ICO mania phase, when ICOs were, basically using Ethereum to raise money, so people had to buy into Ethereum to get into altcoins. So Ethereum was, you could have said obviously Ethereum was overvalued for the time being in 2018 because we came all the way back to $80, right? So, but I think that right now Ethereum is undervalued currently. There's so much more to do in crypto right now. There's so much more use case for crypto in the year 2020. I mean, yeah, $800 to $1,000 is easily fair value for Ethereum right now. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think we're going to break the all-time high? And what are your guys' targets for the all-time high break? Let's see here. I mean, you could do this a couple ways to figure out a target. Now, if someone makes a guess and they say Bitcoin's going to hit 24K and then it hits 24K and pulls back and they guessed it perfectly, I think it was just luck, honestly, because I don't think most people know exactly what the whales are going to do with their money after we break 20K. I mean, if you really make the guess and you get it, I think you're just a little lucky. But the only thing I can do is just go from the highest high to the lowest low on the Bitcoin chart recently, right? And then just look at the fib extensions. 24,450, first possible target. Second possible target at the 1618, 30,250. So those are the levels that I personally would be looking for. I think if we get above 20K, I mean, we're squeezing right into the 20K level, right? We're just squeezing right in. And I think we're getting a lot of momentum here, right? We're just maintaining prices, finding higher lows, squeezing up. There's a lot of tension right now. Everyone's waiting for the all-time high. We've been building up to it, So if we do break out, I could totally see, this getting probably even more bullish than people expect and maybe hitting 24, 25. Quite possible. That's the first fib extension target here, 24,450. Bitcoin looks really good. It looks really good. Of course, there's always a possibility that anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen. That's why when you're doing market analysis, you do your best. You do your best to make your predictions, to figure out the most probable direction of the market, but nobody actually knows because anything can happen. An alien spaceship could come out of the sky tomorrow and then everything crashes or something. You see what I'm saying? Nothing is guaranteed. Just like COVID-19 came out of the blue, everything crashed. Nothing is guaranteed, right? So you just do your best. Right now, Bitcoin is in a position to, create possibly an ascending triangle, possibly, which means we could have even more sideways action here. It's also in a position to, on the contrary, to create a decrease in momentum. Head and shoulders. You find a high, a higher high, a lower high, and then you dump, right? But personally, I think we're looking quite good. We are seeing a lot of accumulation here. If you're looking at the volume on the daily, there's good accumulation, right? Really good accumulation, even up here at the 19K range. And we know that people like MicroStrategy are pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into Bitcoin at the all-time high, right? They don't care. They're so bullish. They're just going to buy at the all-time high. And I made a video the other day discussing that smart money was buying Bitcoin at the all-time high. And a lot of people in the comment section were like laughing. They were like, they were saying like, oh my God, Kev, how could you possibly think that smart money's buying at the all-time high? And it's like, do you not have any perspective? Like, do you realize that if you bought at $1,200 in 2017, you would have made 2,000% or something, right? A couple 1,000% gains. right? And that's considered smart money now, or I guess 1,500% gains, right? That's now considered smart money. If you bought at the all-time high in 2017, you're now a genius. You now bought, we never saw those prices again. You're a genius. Same thing can happen right now. Smart money is buying Bitcoin right now at the all-time high. Why? Because we may never see this price again, guys. Right? We may only go as low as 50K in the next bear market. We may never see 20K ever again. So yes, smart money is buying the all-time high. They are. Just like smart money bought here. The Winklevoss twins were probably buying this back then. Guys, we have 480 people watching. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Just looking at chat. Max Kaiser says 38K at the end of January, someone said. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible. I guess it's possible. 38K at the end of January. End of January. 38K. I don't know. He's always, guys, Max Kaiser is always a little bit too bullish on Bitcoin. He's always just a little bit overly bullish. 38K by the end of January. I mean, yeah, I guess it's possible, but to get to 38K by the end of January, I mean, you're looking at some pretty strong price action. You're like, this is what you would have to do to get to 38K by January. I mean, maybe it could happen. I'm not going to say it can't. It's just a little bit too bullish, I think. But I could be totally wrong. I mean, if we break the all-time high, it could get way more bullish than I expect. Yeah, Carlos says in 2017, breaking the all-time high, we went wild. So who knows what could happen exactly? Who knows, guys? Who knows? It could just go straight up. It could. Yeah, and guys, the craziest thing about the current Bitcoin cycle, I mean, guys, we're at the all-time high right now, right? We're just at the all-time high. And we have nothing to do except wait to see how this goes. But the craziest thing is that when you look at this chart and you see the numbers, right? The numbers are like, oh, well, that's so crazy. Bitcoin at 250,000, that's what Kevin thinks, 250,000. No way, that'll never happen, right? I mean, people said that every single cycle so far. But the craziest part is that what is drawn on the chart here is like the standard cycle. It's nothing over exaggerated. I'm not over exaggerating anything. I'm actually just saying, okay, what have we done in the past? How does Bitcoin behave after the halving? What does the stock to flow model suggest? Okay, cool. I'm just going to do exactly what it's showing me. I'm just going to map out exactly what the chart is telling me. And the chart is saying 250K in 1 year, $50,000 bear market low. That's it. That's just what the chart is showing me. I'm not over exaggerating anything. I'm just drawing what the chart is saying. That's it. So yeah, I mean, it's totally possible, guys. Here's what a lot of people think. They think Bitcoin could never go to 250,000 because that means that we're all just going to be rich, right? That's like what a noob thinks. But only if you sell. Only if you sell, right? If Bitcoin hits 250,000, I mean, guys, when I came into crypto YouTube, right? When I started crypto YouTube, I made a channel to warn about the bubble pop, right? If you go back in my history, I was saying, hey guys, right, as we were peaking, I was saying, hey guys, I think Bitcoin is about to go through a major correction. And I was predicting prices like 2,500 all the way back here, during this bubble. And that's why I started the channel. And so when Bitcoin is sitting at these high levels at 20K, nobody wants to sell. Nobody wants to sell because they think, oh my God, it's the new paradigm. It's the new paradigm. I'm never selling Bitcoin, right? And then it goes from 20K to 6K. I mean, you just lost out on so much gains. 20K to 6K. You lost out on a huge profit potential. And the same thing is going to happen here. It's going to rip up to some super high level, and people are going to go, we're going to 500,000, we're going to 1 million. It's going to go even higher. Everyone's going to get really greedy, and then it's just going to go, and just people are going to be, they're going to, instead of selling at 250,000, they're going to be selling at 100K in a panic. They're going to be panicking. They're going to be like, oh my God, I got to sell now. Right? That's what's, I guarantee you guys, or I can't guarantee anything, but that's how it goes. People don't want to sell. So yeah, you probably won't make all that money. You probably won't. You're probably sitting there with your calculator, typing in how much crypto you have and looking at these prices, and you're like, oh, I'm going to make that much? Well, no, you won't if you don't sell, right? You won't if you don't sell. What is up, everybody in the chat? What's going on, guys? We're just kind of hanging out. Just, you know, looking at the long term a little bit. We talked about Bitcoin short term. We talked about Ethereum earlier. I'm not saying that we're going to get a pullback soon. I'm just saying that as long as we hold this upward sloping trend line, as long as we hold a 21-week EMA for Ethereum as well, then I think that we'll ultimately be looking for an upside target of around 750 to 830. Somewhere in this range is where I would expect resistance to come in. So from here, from this current level for Ethereum, that's like another 30% up. Quite possible. You know, of course, if the US dollar index, for whatever reason, sees some upside, which right now it looks pretty bad. The US dollar index looks insanely terrible. Now, the last time it looked like this, we actually did end up catching support. I think we had bullish divergence here. Back in July, August, we had lower lows. Right, we had lower lows back in August, and then we had higher lows in the RSI. Right? We rallied up to, I guess, what is now the top side of this falling wedge. I'm not sure exactly how you would want to map this out. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. You could actually interpret it this way as well. This actually, arguably, this is the better interpretation. Yeah, then we tested the top side of the falling wedge, got a false breakout, and now we're at the bottom of it again. We're actually coming to the end of this pattern. Now, we don't have to break out, right? Nothing says we have to break out. We could break down. We could even get even more bearish than we ever thought possible. It really depends. I think it depends on the news. I think it depends on how people how scared people are about COVID. How is the new lockdowns affecting the economy? I think there's a lot of unknown stuff that I personally am not going to be able to predict. But right now we do have bullish divergence again on the daily. We haven't seen any bounce for the US dollar index. I mean, we could bounce to the upside of this falling wedge, and then we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of at least a slight uptick is possible. But again, as long as the US dollar index is just sitting at low levels, right? As long as it's just sitting here at the low levels, that's good for Bitcoin. As long as it's just sitting low, right, and not seeing major upside, that is good for Bitcoin. That's positive, right? So even if we do come up to test the falling wedge resistance before pulling back again, you know, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's only until we get a major breakout, right? It's only until we, you know, get a major pop for the US dollar index that is likely an indication that people are, for whatever reason, whatever the news is saying, people have a little bit more confidence in cash, and at that point, you may actually see Bitcoin dump, test 16K or something, possibly. But, you know, we're nowhere near that happening. The US dollar index is still looking horrible, just sitting now at the bottom of the falling wedge. So I'm just talking about possibilities. I'm not making a prediction. Right now, the US dollar index looks quite bad, actually. But we do have possible bullish divergence on the daily. That is also not confirmed either. That is also not confirmed either. What is up, guys? We got a lot more people tuning in now, almost 600. Guys, definitely hit that like button. It helps out the stream. It helps out the channel. If you can just simply scroll down and click that like button, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate it, guys. So look at that chat. What's up, guys? I'm missing a lot of chat. Somebody said 200,000 USDT just minted. Is that true? 200,000 USDT just minted, someone says. Let's go to, what is it, like whale alerts? Did that just happen now? Did that just happen, guys? I'm looking now. Okay. Wait, what? Yeah, guys, we're that's pretty cool. All right. Very nice. I guess this is like all-time high break money. I'm hoping that Tether's just Tether's getting that all-time high break money prepared so that we can crack that all-time high and then just pump it, right? Oh, Tether. 120 million USDT transferred from Bitfinex to Tether Treasury. 200 million USDT minted at Tether Treasury. And then Bitfinex is sending USDT to the Treasury as well? Is that what this is? Interesting. So yeah, I guess we got another... So what? We got MicroStrategy has another $650 million prepared to buy more Bitcoin. So we got 650 million, 200 million from Tether. So, and then if you just add on whatever else we got, I mean, we have billions of dollars, probably at least $1 billion ready to go right now at the all-time high. We got $1 billion looking to get into the market at the all-time high. It almost seems like they're just ready to break the all-time high. I think it could be time to moon, guys. It could be time for that Tether all-time high pump, that all-time high break pump. But you know what? When Tether prints money and pumps the market, nobody cares about manipulation. It's all good. It's all good. Just print that money and pump the price. Nobody cares. Price dumps $500. People are like, "Oh my god, manipulation." Strap in, boys. Yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. So let's see here. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we do have this resistance here that we've been fighting a little bit recently, right? We're coming back above it now. So last night, if you guys remember, we were attempting to get above this. We rejected. Now we're starting to push back above it again. So this is pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, someone's asking about Ethereum. Guys, yeah, we already talked about Ethereum. I mean, well... By the way, Bitcoin is now testing 19,500 on a few exchanges. So we were already talking about Ethereum. I think that, especially if Bitcoin breaks the all-time high now, I'm just filling in the chart with a drawing. This is not a prediction. I'm not saying that we're going to go down. But I do think that my next major upside target for Ethereum is about 750 to 830. So that's currently what I'm looking as the next major target. I don't think this resistance really matters all too much. You know, maybe we'll have some play, I think, at the 786 at 669, 670 about at the 786 could be the first hurdle to get above 670. And then after that, we're headed for 750 to 830. And again, I'm just showing you guys that as long as Ethereum holds this blue 21-week EMA, right? So an optimal entry for Ethereum now, with the Bitcoin being so bullish, an optimal entry would be 480. About 480 would be a great entry for Ethereum right now. We may never do that. We may not get this pullback, but I'm just saying, if you're thinking about what is a good entry for Ethereum right now, 480 is like an optimal entry right now. That is along the upward sloping trend line and the 21-week EMA. But, you know, if Bitcoin breaks the all-time high soon, guys, Ethereum's going to launch and we'll hit 670 as the next target and then upwards of 750. And then after that, 830. But we'll see. So someone was looking at link to Bitcoin. So yeah, we do have this falling wedge here. Some people were talking about it. Some people were looking at it. And yeah, Chainlink definitely needs to start making some moves here. Some of the altcoins are definitely suffering as Bitcoin is becoming, you know, very, very bullish. And I think it's quite possible that if Bitcoin does break the all-time high soon, altcoins will continue to suffer for a short period of time. I don't know if it's gonna be a few days, maybe it's a few weeks, maybe it's a month or two. I think altcoins will suffer for the initial breakout, probably. They might find some support, but I think once Bitcoin heads up to a new all-time high, we hit what, 21, 24, 30K, whatever you guys think. And then we consolidate above the all-time high at some point. That's when alts are going to catch up. That's when alts are going to play catch up. And what you have to be prepared for right now, guys, this is something you guys all need to be prepared for. You need to be prepared to see the market environment drastically change. It's going to be, things are going to be behaving in a way that you don't even recognize, right? Because we're so used to Bitcoin being below 20K, below the all-time high, being super bearish, a lot of FUD, a lot of despair, and people are like, oh, you know, like we're just not performing that well. Or that's what a lot of us are used to right now. And what was going on in this area was when Bitcoin would go sideways, altcoins would pump, right? And now the environment is going to change if we break the all-time high, just like the environment was way different here. Everything is going to be pumping really like across the board, right? So you have to be prepared that the way that you were previously analyzing the market and all the things that you're so used to and you know so well might change. They might change over the next year, right? As we go up. So things might change, and the way that you analyzed the chart before might not be the right way to do it now, right? And being a contrarian, where like in the past you would like look at social media and you'd be like, oh, everyone's bullish, yeah, I'm gonna like short Bitcoin now, and then it worked. Yeah, now you do that, try doing that above the all-time high. Not exactly the best idea. You might get wrecked. You know, above the all-time high, the crowd kind of is right. A lot of the time the crowd is right, or at least it was in 2017. The crowd was actually generally correct. So if you went against the crowd, you got wrecked. And that's kind of what you have to be prepared for if we break the all-time high. That it's a whole different game. There's a lot of momentum here, right? You kind of have to just get with the trend and just be bullish, get with the trend, and don't resist it too much. So definitely be ready for that stuff. Someone says, Kevin is feeling big energy. We might hit all-time high in this stream. Well, I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure if we will. We could. I guess we're pretty damn close. If I just keep streaming, maybe eventually we'll hit it. We'll see, guys. If we do break the all-time high, I'm going to have to change the thumbnail and the title, which I already actually have prepared for an all-time high break. You know, the Bitcoin hitting the all-time high happened so much faster than I expected. Like we just had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of just green, straight green, just 8 consecutive weeks of upside. And like I was thinking about, oh, what am I going to do when Bitcoin hits 20K? Like, am I going to release a video? Like, what am I going to do? And now I'm just like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. If we break 20K tonight, I don't know. I'm probably just going to spend some time making like an epic Bitcoin video that I'll release after we break the all-time high, because I'm definitely not prepared for that yet. Definitely not prepared right now. I have some ideas, but what's the name of the indicator of that channel? Breaks 212. What is up, man? So, let me show you the website I'm using. This, right? If you want to get the stock to flow model on your chart, it's called the stock to flow model. You can just sign up with the Patreon. Sign up with the Cryptowatch platform. I'm going to post the link here. It's free, guys. It's free to sign up with Cryptowatch. It's free to create an account. You can get the stock to flow model on your chart. Pretty cool. All free. So if you want to analyze the stock to flow model and figure out what your next 1 year long upside price targets are, where you could expect Bitcoin to be trending in the medium term, click that link, sign up for Cryptowatch. It's free. It's free, guys. Totally free. Yeah, Craig Neve saying sell wall could be removed anytime. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about like these huge sell orders sitting at 20K. Yeah, but that can just be removed. So, whoever has it there could just remove it. So, don't rely on that too much. Somebody says I have 25K as my next target. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, if you just go from the last all-time high to low, a bear market low, with your fib extensions, the next target is about 24,427. About. That's the only real thing I could predict. Yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't already in Bitcoin, I mean, I don't know what you've been doing the past year. Someone's saying FOMO the top and then we drop. I mean, I think it's so strange that I see a lot of like crypto Twitter guys, and they're always talking about how they're like, oh, I'm out of the market, like I've sold, I'm out, or I'm all in, or I'm all out. It's like, do you even believe in crypto? Why not have a long-term position? Why not have a long-term portfolio to just hold? I find it so weird that these traders are just like, they just sell everything and then. I don't know. I think it's just a risk to not own Bitcoin. At this point in time, guys, it is a risk to not own Bitcoin, especially considering what the US dollar is doing, just horrible performance. The money stock is exploding. I mean, guys, this chart here is, let's just go back to what, 1970s to today, right? The money stock, look at today. I mean, this year, it's just unbelievable. Like, you really think that your dollars are going to be... It's just a risk not to own Bitcoin, guys. Literally, Bitcoin was designed for this exact reason that we're looking at on the screen right now. For this exact reason. So Bitcoin dominance, currently at the downward sloping resistance here, looking at the weekly chart for Bitcoin dominance. We had a couple attempts here. Bitcoin dominance attempted to get above the downward sloping resistance a couple times and failed each time. So a bit of a fake out there. Then we did see some altcoins pumping. But yeah, I mean, we have this downward sloping resistance line. It's pretty simple. As if you get rejected, I mean, you see rejection, you're probably going to trend down like 2017. You pop above it, you find support along it, then yeah, I think altcoins are going to do terribly. But if you're looking at past performance, does not guarantee any future results. But I mean, once Bitcoin broke the all-time high in 2017, dominance just collapsed, right? Once it broke the all-time high, we could go look at that. So that was what? April, May of 2017. April, May of 2017. Yeah, it was like right here, guys. When Bitcoin broke the all-time high, dominance, started losing tons of dominance. That was right there. So yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin breaks the all-time high again, and there's a lot of money coming into the entire market, I think we could see some, actually a downtrend for Bitcoin dominance, quite possible. But that's only because the entire market is going up all at once, just like 2017, right? And that's the thing, when you're in a bull market, you break the all-time high, money flows into everything, right? Money flows into everything. I could be wrong though. Maybe alts don't perform very well at all, and Bitcoin dominance just continues to rise. But I would expect something, you know, maybe not as extreme as this, but Bitcoin dominance to probably pull back. Andrew's saying, could you show us how to get the stock to flow model on Cryptowatch? Yeah, guys, you just go to whatever chart. Well, it has to be a Bitcoin chart, and then you hit analysis, scroll down, and then you hit stock to flow. It's all under analysis, guys. The analysis tab right here. Analysis drop down, stock to flow. And then when you click it, you have the option to turn on the filled so you can see exactly what the channel is. There's a filled button here, right? Yeah, guys, that's all free to use. So, I don't know. You guys got nothing to lose, right? You got nothing to lose. Free. It's free to sign up with Cryptowatch. Just create an account. Yeah, Bitcoin is seeing a little bit of upside here. Coming back above 19.5. Yeah, when does Mt. Gox release the coins? Mt. Gox trustee files draft rehabilitation plan. This came out today. I didn't even see this. Mt. Gox creditors wait nearly over. The wait is nearly over as trustee announces draft rehabilitation plan. Bitcoin's looking pretty bullish. The S&P 500 is up over 1%, and the US dollar index is performing pretty badly right now. And Bitcoin is doing really, really well. You know what's funny? I used to argue with like so many people about the stock market Bitcoin correlation, and I argued with like everyone, like the Moon Carl, Crypto, Ivan on Tech, like all like again I think we're still friends, I hope, but I was like arguing with them on Twitter. About the Bitcoin stock market correlation, and right now and I was basically saying that in terms of trend direction, Bitcoin and the stock market are generally correlated, and the Moon Carl and Crypto were like arguing against it, and then this year they all basically said that they just forgot it. They were like, yeah, it is correlated, and now Bitcoin and the S&P are both hitting all-time highs at the exact same moment, right? And this is actually exactly what happened before the last bull market, right? Bitcoin was very bullish. You know, after we broke all-time highs for the S&P, Bitcoin went on an insane run. Now, this is log against linear, so it's a little bit harder to see. But yeah, I mean, there is a pretty strong correlation overall, right? These peaks, these lows, this peak, this low, now hitting all-time highs both at the same time. Now this conversation has kind of, people don't really talk about it anymore, that Bitcoin is not correlated, because it only happened once right here during the election, the US election, when the S&P dropped and Bitcoin went up. That was like the only real moment where all of the non-correlated people came out of the woodwork and they were like, oh, look, see, it's not correlated. But it was only because of the US election, right? I mean, everything else was pretty correlated before that. I mean, you know, now they're both hitting all-time highs together. They were both generally bullish together. They both crashed together. Yeah, I mean, there is a very strong correlation. It was only right here when Al Pompliano came on Twitter and was like, see, we're not correlated, but he only really said it right there. Just for that week. Yeah, we're not correlated anymore, guys. I think that's baloney. I think we are correlated. I'm very passionate about this subject. Of course, Paul said that Bitcoin, it has passing correlations. Like sometimes it's correlated to the S&P, sometimes it's correlated to the US dollar index. Yeah, I mean, that's totally possible that there is some passing correlations. Pretty sure that's what he said, Raoul Paul, in that video, that like famous interview that he just did. He said there's passing correlations, and I think that's probably true. Sometimes it's correlated, sometimes it's not. Yeah, I even argued with Andre Antonopoulos on Facebook. Sorry, not Facebook. Not on FB, on Twitter. Someone said Facebook, on Twitter. I argued with him on Twitter about this as well. And he didn't really disagree with me. He just said it's unknown. And I was like, I think it's known. I think the correlation is pretty clear. So yeah, we were looking at Chainlink. Chainlink definitely needs to start moving here. This falling wedge pattern, it's, you know, we need to see a bounce at this point for the Chainlink to Bitcoin pair. This is the Chainlink to Bitcoin pair, right? You know, I don't usually look at Bitcoin pairs. I usually just stick to US dollar pair because, you know, Chainlink on the US dollar pair still doing pretty good. Yes, we do see that we're losing some steam here. We are kind of, you know, outside of this upward sloping channel that is bearish. If we turn this previous support into resistance, that would usher in most likely more downside, right? We could be seeing lower prices. And you may be looking to retest, you know, $10 possibly. A lot of significant support in that zone, right? Now, it also depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin continues to trade sideways from here and doesn't break the all-time high, you know, Chainlink may have the momentum to recover. If Bitcoin breaks out, I mean, I'm not totally sure what to expect in terms of like the initial breakout. Like when Bitcoin pops above 20K and we hit 21, 22, 23K or something. I'm actually not totally sure what to expect. I don't know if the altcoins will just all pump, if they will do nothing, if they will dump. I don't think they're going to dump because ultimately Bitcoin breaking the all-time high is very bullish for everything ultimately. So I don't think they're going to dump, but we may see a little bit of lag time. And then once Bitcoin hits a price, consolidates, then, you know, as the market is consolidating, everyone's going to be looking for the alt plays. So we'll see, right? Again, long term, I'm very, very, very bullish on Chainlink. It's just short term, it's not looking amazing. It's just kind of like trading sideways. You know, it's still one of the top, I think the top performer. Nem just came in to top 20 performers. But out of the top 20 cryptos, yeah, Chainlink is the number one. So yeah, I mean, you just got to be patient with it. It's the number one top performing crypto this year, up 600%. And yeah, I mean, we just got to be a little bit patient. I think, because it is performing extremely well this year, and I think Chainlink is probably going to need Bitcoin to break 20K for it to go higher. Send Crypto, great job, Kevin. What's your short-term views within the next 2 quarters? My short-term views within the next 2 quarters. Send Crypto, I appreciate the $9. Appreciate it, or $10, appreciated. What is my views on the next 2 quarters for Bitcoin? Well, if we just go with this whole thing I've mapped out here, let's go in. I mean, this arrow up is just showing direction. It's not, doesn't really mean anything. The next 2 quarters. I mean, I think it's quite possible that Bitcoin within the next 2 quarters could hit 50,000 possibly. I think it's quite possible. It's hard to say though. 40 to 50K within the next 2 quarters, totally possible. I think by within the second half of 2021, somewhere towards 2022, we'll probably hit a potential upside target of 250,000 for Bitcoin. Which again, you know, if we were sitting here, guys, right, in 17, right? And I said, we're at 1,200. I'm expecting upside target of 20K for Bitcoin. People would be like, what? What is he talking about? Same thing is kind of going to happen now. We're sitting here at 20K. I'm expecting upside target of 250K. People are going to go, what? What is he talking about? I mean, guys, this is just exactly what the chart is showing us right now, according to previous cycles. So yeah, in the next quarter or two, I guess 50K. It's quite possible. Somebody's asking, who is Satoshi? Who do I think is Satoshi? Probably Hal Finney. Probably Hal Finney. He's dead now. But it's probably him. Oh, is my phone going off? Whoops. Yeah, guys, 250K, then dump to 50K. Very similar to hitting 20K, then dumping to 3K, right? Pretty big correction. And also just like hitting 1,200 and pulling back to 150. Pretty big. It's actually pretty normal though. So it's pretty normal. Now, I should make a disclaimer that we're not guaranteed to follow this model. We're not guaranteed to hit 250K. Anything can happen, guys. Anything in the world can take place to stunt the bull market. We could hit 70K, and then there's a big, I don't know, a war there's a big war, and then for whatever reason the markets crash, and then Bitcoin pulls back to the 200 week in the year of 2021. We hit like 25K, then bounce. Like, you know what I mean? Anything can happen. Just want to make that disclaimer. But this is what I think currently looks like the most likely scenario. All right, guys. I'm giving you 30 seconds to hit 500 likes. We have 800 people watching right now, and I think that should be totally possible. Right now, you got to hit 500 likes in 30 seconds. You have 20 seconds. We're so close, guys. 200 more likes. You have 10 seconds to hit 200 likes. 10 seconds. 3, 2. No, we didn't do it. We were close, though. We almost hit 400. That was pretty good. Yeah, guys, hype in the chat. Get loud. Hit that like button. So somebody's asking me about the Oracle narrative. Is Band undervalued? I think Band is probably overvalued. Guys, Band was pumped by the Binance Mafia. The Binance Mafia pumped Band. I think they were just trying to get into the Oracle hype because, I mean, that era, guys, that era when Band pumped was like the Oracle hype. And I think Binance just wanted a piece of it. And I know that there's a lot of shady things going on with Band that I remember, like the sushi swap guy was somehow involved in the creation of Band. And I remember seeing Band post a tweet where they said, we partnered with Loopring, LRC. And then I went to LRC's page and they were like, no, we didn't. That's not true. And I was just like, what? I was like, there's just so many weird things that Band, I don't know. Band just doesn't sit with me right. Chainlink is clearly the leader here in terms of the oracles. Just invest in the real thing. Invest in the real deal. Chainlink, right? It's like, why would don't invest in Bitcoin Cash. Invest in the real deal, Bitcoin. That's how I feel about Chainlink Band. Chainlink is the real deal. Invest in the real deal, guys. The Chainlink team is hard at work. I would just go with the not so shady coin. Shady coin, Band shady coin, guys. Band is weird. Like, why would you lie about partnerships on your Twitter? Why do you do that? That's weird. I don't like it. Could Band pump higher than Link or something? Yeah, totally, right? I mean, it has a smaller supply. I'm not saying that can't happen, but I just would like to own the real thing, Chainlink. Now, obviously, they have partnerships. Obviously, Band is going to be creating partnerships, but I'm very biased towards Chainlink. Let me just make that clear. I'm very biased towards Chainlink. Just looking at chat. Bitcoin right now, 19,525. 19,560 on Bitfinex. Somebody said Apple is up 4% today. Is that true? I didn't even look. Didn't even look. I'm not going to analyze Apple. I'm just going to look. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know what's interesting? Whatever Apple does, the S&P does, right? It's like this. It's like I just look at Apple and then I compare it to the S&P, and they're just both doing the same thing. Apple's massive. Apple's insane. Somebody's asking if there's a big head and shoulders pattern forming. No, guys. Is there a possible head and shoulders forming? Yes, but there is no confirmed head and shoulders. In fact, right now, we're actually unconfirming it because we're breaking out. We're doing the opposite. Yeah, I mean, you had a chance. I mean, I guess you technically still do. But you're getting above this previous high here. So you got this previous high here. You're starting to pop up above that. So yeah, you're starting to invalidate that potential. If you can, find support along this level and rally, obviously not only are you going to be hitting new all-time highs, but you're going to be canceling out a possible head and shoulders. It's pretty soon. Pretty soon. If we reject in the near term and pull back, yeah, I guess. But it almost becomes more likely that we just create an ascendant triangle. I mean, what do you even consider the neckline for head and shoulders right now? Like you get upward sloping neckline, I guess. To me, it's probably not going to happen. It's looking bullish. If we curl over and pull back, then yeah, I guess at that point. But I'm not sure. That would only happen if the stock market pulls back. And that would only happen if the US dollar index pumps, in my opinion. Which none of those things seem to be happening. Let me just make sure I have this right. Whoops. Let's look at that chat. Thoughts on DeFi coins narrative moving forward? Comp. I'm not like huge on comp, but I think DeFi in general is just getting started, guys. I mean, in my opinion, when I think about DeFi and I look at the DeFi market, I'm like, isn't this what crypto was supposed to be from the start? Like, isn't this the goal, right? DeFi, and the people that think that decentralized finance is somehow going to fade away and it's just a fad. They don't get it. Like they don't understand blockchain technology fundamentally and what the possibilities are. If you think Bitcoin is the only coin that should exist, you literally don't understand blockchain technology and what it can be used for. You just haven't done research and you're ignorant. There is a lot more potential than just Bitcoin, guys. Trust me, there's a lot more potential than just Bitcoin. DeFi is like what crypto's supposed to be. So yeah, DeFi is like here to stay. I think it's locked in. DeFi is locked into the market. It is here to stay. It's literally what crypto is supposed to be. I mean, I don't know how else I can explain it. Guys, let me know in the chat, where are you guys tuning in from? What countries are you guys in? I love to see where you guys are from, because someone just said they're from Ireland. What is up, Darren? How's it going? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from in the chat. Well, we got people from everywhere. Craig Neve. We got South Africa, Jamaica, UK, Holland, Germany, Poland, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Germany, Bangladesh, the moon, Sweden. Shout out to fellow Swedes and Germans. I'm 50% German, 50% Swedish. Also, I'm a Swedish citizen, but I live in the United States. We got North Carolina, Ireland, Belgium. It's so cool to see all you guys in here. Canada, New York City, Indonesia, Florida. It's truly a global thing, guys. You know, Bitcoin bull markets are like somebody in my Discord said this one time. They said Bitcoin bull markets are global cultural events, and it's true, guys. A Bitcoin bull market is a global cultural event, and that is really the coolest thing, right? The whole world is watching from every country. I mean, look at the chat right now. This is a global cultural event. If we break 20K, it's going to get absolutely insane. And think about it, guys. Go into the chat right now and look at all the countries that are currently being listed in the chat. When Bitcoin breaks out, everybody from all of those countries gets excited and they start making tweets. They start making posts. They start texting their friends. They start talking to people about Bitcoin across the whole world and all of those countries that you just saw in the chat. And then that is like emotional feedback on a global scale. Emotional feedback on a global scale. That's how Bitcoin pumps so hard, guys. That's where the momentum comes from, because it's a global cultural event, a Bitcoin bull market. Really awesome. And I want all of you guys in the chat right now that are listing all of the areas that you're from, make sure that when Bitcoin breaks above 20K, I want you to tweet. I want you to make tweets, make posts, talk to people, say something on Facebook, like whatever. Just go crazy, make a lot of noise in every country possible so that we can get this thing started for real. Because I don't know about you guys, I think we should all be positioned in the market right now. So I think we're all ahead of the game. So make a lot of noise. Blue Fig is in the chat. What is up, guys? Guys, also while we're at it, let me know in the chat right now, do you think that Bitcoin is going to break 20K, you know, basically within this formation? Like whether it's today or we pull back, like within this run, I should say. Do you think Bitcoin is going to break this 20K within this run? Click 1 in the chat if you think it's going to happen within this run. If you think that we're going to see a significant pullback and then break 20K later, click 2 in the chat. And click 1 if you think we're going to break out soon. 1 in chat for a breakout soon. 2 in chat for a breakout later. Let me know right now. Chat has exploded. Oh my lord. Whoa. Yeah, guys, if you're spamming, you don't want to be doing that. If you spam too much, you'll get banned, so don't do that. It's actually split, but people are spamming. It looks like most people think we're going to probably break out. Looks like most people think 1. Let me know in the chat, 1 or 2, guys. I think people want it to be 2. Like, I think there's a lot of people that want Bitcoin to go down so they can buy more. But I think it just seems more likely that we break out soon. It's just becoming more likely that we break out soon as time goes on, guys. Yeah, I think 1 probably. I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? Probably 1. Yeah, and also, guys, huge news right here. JP Morgan predicts that $600 billion of institutional money is coming into Bitcoin soon from pension funds and insurance companies. As you guys know, MassMutual, the insurance company, just bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin. And JP Morgan analysts are predicting $600 billion to enter Bitcoin from pension funds and institutions. And this analyst is saying that if Bitcoin does if pension funds and insurance companies do this, then if they invest just 1% of their assets into Bitcoin, we would be at least $50,000 US. That's the calculation that he made, and that's just pension funds and insurance companies, not to mention all the other people that are buying right now. So 50K is like a minimum target in my opinion. Likely we're going to be going much higher than that, in my opinion. And also we got news that PayPal stock hits new high as e-commerce Bitcoin trading rally continues. So I guess they're getting a lot of business from adding crypto. So that's pretty cool. But guys, you know, JP Morgan used to be anti-Bitcoin. Now they're basically saying that Bitcoin's going to take over gold to a large extent. Or I guess BlackRock said that, and now they're saying that, you know, insurance companies and pension funds are going to invest, you know, $500 million or more. Sorry, $500 billion or more. $500 billion or more. 600 billion. Crazy. Yeah, as we know, I think it's really, JP Morgan was basically anti-Bitcoin at the same time that they joined the Ethereum Alliance. So JP Morgan, I remember seeing JP Morgan join the Ethereum Alliance, and I was like, that's weird. And then they were talking badly about Bitcoin at the same time. I was like, this doesn't even make sense. They're buying both. They're buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then they're talking crap on it and buying it, you know. Ethereum is 591 right now. Looking pretty good. This weekly upward sloping trend line is very strong. Someone says they're short, laughing face. Someone says shorters get wrecked. Yeah, guys, I actually tried to short in this range. I actually attempted to, short a dead cat bounce here. Now, of course, I still have all my long-term positions, but I was looking for a hedge play. And yeah, I got stopped out for a loss. Yeah, that didn't work out. Bitcoin did not see a dead cat bounce. We just went right back up and hit new all-time highs. FOMO crowd gets wrecked. Well, actually, they're not. Actually, guys, what's really interesting is the people that were everyone that FOMO'd into Bitcoin on these pumps, people that were FOMOing right here, they all got rewarded. They were all rewarded in the end. If you FOMO'd into Bitcoin recently, you got rewarded, actually. Every single one of these positions is now up. And this is the awesome yet dangerous part of bull markets, is that FOMOing is a good strategy to a certain point, right? Of course, if you're too late in the trend, then you get wrecked, and that's not a good strategy. But okay, I shouldn't say it's a good strategy. I should just say that it actually rewards people. If you FOMO into Bitcoin, you get rewarded in a bull market. And if you guys remember, Bitcoin was extremely bullish in 2017, and people were FOMOing like crazy, right? Like everyone was buying Bitcoin at 5K, 6K, 8K, 10K, 15K, and they were all making money. And everyone was a genius, and everyone was like, yeah, I'm going to become an investor now, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, a month later, it all changes, right? If you FOMO in at the right times, at the all-time high here in 2017, just above the all-time high here, I mean, long-term, you made a really good choice, long-term. Of course, there's a very small gap between Bitcoin all-time high and bear market low. It's about 150%. If you didn't sell after buying the all-time high, you only made 150%. So like, let's take that calculation here at the all-time high. Yeah, I mean, pretty similar, right? You may only make 130%. So let's just go to 50K. Sorry, 150%. 50K. If you FOMO now at the all-time high and you never sell, you may only make 150% in terms of the next bear market low. Of course, long term, you'll probably make more. But yeah, I mean, that's the interesting part. Is if you FOMO'd the all-time high in 2017, that was the lowest area you could have gotten in. And I think the reason why MicroStrategy and others are, basically FOMOing into Bitcoin at the 20K level, 19K level, is for this exact reason. They know that this might be the lowest price ever for Bitcoin. This might be the lowest price ever. And there's there's basically a 150% gap to the upside of where we are now, 150% up of a range where you're never going to see that price again. You see what I'm saying? So this is why the big institutions, which I consider them to be smart money, because they're buying below the all-time high, right? If you're buying below the all-time high, technically that's smart money if we go on a bull market, if we enter a bull market. Technically, it's smart money because you might never see that price again. Sounds of the Underground coming in with the 5, and he says, what is your 2021 price target for Chainlink and Ethereum? That's a great question. Bitcoin is easier to analyze in the long term. We have a lot more historic data. We know how Bitcoin behaves in bull markets and in bear markets. And we know that what the cycles usually look like. We know what moving averages Bitcoin usually uses as support and resistance and what it trends with. And we have the stock to flow model. So yeah, I mean, I can make a much better judgment on Bitcoin than I can Ethereum. If I make a prediction for Ethereum and Chainlink, it's going to be more just like very, very high degree of speculation. And there's nothing like historically that we can really go off of for Ethereum Chainlink. I mean, this is a copyrighted song. I got to get another playlist. Sometimes I'll just do copyrighted material, and it's usually fine, but I think I have this stream as monetized right now. But yeah, so I mean, Ethereum, I think at least $1,500, 2,500, 5K, 5K probably at the most in the next bull cycle, 5K at the most in the next cycle, right? In the next year, basically. 5K, probably, I don't know, complete guess. Chainlink, I could see it anywhere from $100 to $500, maybe around $250 Chainlink, $250 Chainlink. So maybe 5K Ethereum, $250 Chainlink. Total guess, guys. I'm not gonna. Ethereum is also harder to analyze because it was clearly overvalued and undervalued in, with the ICO mania. Everyone was buying Ethereum to fund ICOs. It got way overextended to the upside. And then also because of that, all the ICOs that got Ethereum to raise money, they were dumping all that Ethereum. So it got overextended to the downside, right? It was way overbought, way oversold. So it's like a little bit harder to judge. I know that it is undervalued overall. I mean, I'm not even going to try to make a prediction right now. Thousands of dollars, guys. 2,500, 5K, who knows? Who knows? We'll see. In all actuality, when it comes to things like Ethereum, Chainlink, altcoins, I'd rather make that prediction as it comes, right? I'm not going to make some crazy call right now. But for Bitcoin, I'm way more comfortable saying that, yeah, we could hit 250,000 in the next year because we have so much data to analyze. And there's so much, Bitcoin has its way of doing things, especially with the halving. Attila Mock. I don't know how to say your name. Attila Mock coming in with the $10. I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 10 Attila. Attila. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, where's Kevin Blanger? George is in the chat. Blue Frig, Craig Neve. Where is Kevin Blanger? You know what usually happens? The past 2 or 3 streams, I went live, and then right when I ended the stream, he came in and he was like, "Oh my god, I missed it." Maybe there's no notifications, guys. Maybe there's just no notifications here, and we're getting shadow banned. Who knows? Definitely, guys, definitely smash up that like button because it does help out the stream. If you could hit that like button. Someone says we're forming a rising wedge on the 4-hour. What, for Bitcoin? I don't see what you're looking at. I don't see it. Todd says that I had to search you. You're probably shadow banned. Yeah, guys, definitely hit that like button so we can try to combat the shadow ban. I don't know why this keeps happening. People are screaming about XRP in the chat. I guess we got to look at XRP. Hold on, let me pull it up. Bitstamp, I guess, has the most history. Oh, I guess, what do they have? They had the airdrop, and then after the airdrop happened, people sold. Something like that, I believe, right? Isn't that what happened? That's what I heard, at least. I mean, for XRP right now, you're kind of just looking to find support along that resistance. So we do have history here. We actually have support from March 2018, some chop here, and then some more resistance from April, May of 2019. So yeah, you are at a fairly critical spot. If you'll notice on the XRP chart, when it comes to prices below this level, there's a lot of just ranging, right? You don't really stop. For XRP, the price is freely moving within this range, right? So you definitely want to be holding this resistance. You definitely want to be holding, 45 cents. Sorry, 46 cents. 46 cents is an area that you want to hold. If you don't hold that, maybe you'll catch something at 43.5 cents, but, that's not going to be too good. I think it's actually, if Bitcoin remains bullish, I think it's likely that XRP would hold support above 43 to 46 cents. I think it's very likely that it would hold support and then rally again. So if Bitcoin remains bullish, I think XRP probably will get support and continue the rally. There's a lot of hype around XRP right now, so I don't doubt it, right? I don't doubt it that this could be an area for certain market participants to reaccumulate and then rally again later. I don't doubt that at all, right? But you definitely want to be holding, generally the 45 cent area, 46 cent area. You have a lot of history here, and it would just be a lot healthier if the market could maintain that. So, but I have no doubts it'll probably pump again. Timothy Ann coming in with the 5. What is up, Timothy? I appreciate that 5. Did I miss anything? So we have Send Crypto, we have Sounds of the Underground, Attila Mock, and Timothy Ann. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, we have not confirmed a bottom yet for this pullback. Once we do confirm a bottom, you could be just, first of all, you got to look at your horizontals. I mean, $1 does seem like it's the next major target, I would say, like probably. Does it coincide with anything? Again, we don't have a confirmed low, so you can't really fib this. If we did bounce off the current level, yeah, I guess your 1618 comes in basically at $1. So that's like the next major target I see psychologically. I think the market wants to see $1. The fib extension target right now is showing $1, but that is only if we confirm a low. Basically at 46 cents where we are now. Again, that is a lot of history for XRP there. Nine Robinson said, why did Bitcoin crash in 2017? Why did Bitcoin crash in 2017? He said. Well, it didn't necessarily crash. I mean, sorry, it did crash. I mean, it hit 85%. But what I mean is, traditionally for Bitcoin, seeing these large crashes is really just normal. It's just normal, right? It's the same question of like, why did YFI hit 40K and then drop to 7? Why did YFI do that? Well, the way that I see it is Bitcoin has a very low supply, right? Very low supply in terms of like, it's a global asset and there's 21 million max and there's like 4 million lost and there's like millions of just locked away forever. So there's not that much, there's actually not 21 million Bitcoin available, or there won't be 21 Bitcoin million, there will not be 21 million Bitcoin available. There will be at the most 17, there will be 17 million Bitcoin available in the end because there's so much lost Bitcoin and there's so much Bitcoin locked away. So the supply is so small, right? And there's, when you have a low supply and you have the entire world trading it, yeah, crazy moves can happen. A lot of, emotions are at play, guys. The whole world is trading it. And traditionally you get, look, Bitcoin dumped 82, 83, 85% here. Here we dumped, 85%. I would expect that again. We probably would do the same thing, And this is just the Bitstamp chart. Why did Bitcoin dump after hitting that price? Well, guys, it was totally overvalued because there was nobody left to buy it, actually. When Bitcoin was running up that high, right, breaking above 10K here in 2017, I mean, it hit every news station. It hit every news station. The news cycle, they were going crazy, guys. There was like everybody was buying Bitcoin. And when everybody buys in, there's no one left to buy in. The only thing you get is sellers. It hits every news station. Everybody that wants to buy Bitcoin buys Bitcoin. You hit 20K and the demand is far too low to maintain that kind of a trend. That exponential increase in demand, well, clearly that exponential increase in demand, that trend of demand ended. There was no one left to buy, and all you found was sellers, and then it crashed. Guys, this is just markets. Some people think that if Bitcoin crashed, that means it's bad. And it's like, no, it's just got overbought. It was just a little overbought, right? And again, low supply. The supply of Bitcoin is like there's like not that much Bitcoin going around. Of course, it's divisible, but at least the way that one Bitcoin is regarded and treated right now, pretty low supply. Yeah, people are expecting an alt season after Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. And what you'd be looking for is, let's say we do break it soon. Let's say Bitcoin does break it, just theoretically. And then we rally and there's a lot of hype. Yeah, you're looking for that first major consolidation, whatever, right? Bitcoin goes up somewhere, dumps. You want to look for the consolidation. Altcoins might be doing better in this range, possibly. I think especially after you pull back and you confirm support along the previous all-time high, after you do this, I think altcoins are like set to go. Altcoins are ready to rock after you confirm support off of the all-time high. I think altcoins are ready to rock at that point. But who knows? It may not look like this. This is just theoretical, guys. It may not look like this at all. Yeah, guys, there's definitely going to be an alt season at some point. Crypto Advances, Ronnie. What is up, Ronnie? He says, hey, Kevin. What's up, Ronnie? How's it going? All eggs in one basket says no Bitcoin demand at 20K. I think that I would beg to differ. We found a high at the all-time high. We dumped. We found enough support to rally to a new all-time high. Then we dumped, found a higher low than our previous low. Rallied again. Now we're at the previous all-time high. I think there's demand. I think there's demand. If there wasn't demand for Bitcoin at these prices, guys, we would be doing this. That's what we would be doing right now. But there is definitely some demand here. We're like at the all-time high. I don't know how you can say that. Jem McCaleb dumped XRP, someone says. He always does that. He always does that. Just looking at chat. Oh, yeah, guys. So I also staked. Is this still live? Yeah. I staked 31 ETH on Kraken. So, yeah, I mean, if you want a staking solution that's very, very simple, you can use Kraken. But remember, guys, if you do stake ETH, you can't unstake it until phase 1.5 is complete. So whatever Ethereum you stake, you can't unstake it. You don't have access to it until phase 1.5 is complete, which could be next year. It could be longer. It could be 2 years. We know how ETH delays, right? ETH delays. But yeah, guys, I just staked 31 ETH, and that should show you guys that, yeah, I am very bullish on this market, right? I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm locking away 31 ETH. And I did this just to show people. I made a YouTube video the other day. I said, you don't need 32 ETH to stake. You can do 31. And so I put it on YouTube. By the way, guys, if you want to sign up with Kraken, you can do it right here. That is the link for the Kraken exchange. If you want to sign up and stake ETH. Remember, if you stake Ethereum, you can't get it back until phase 1.5. And we don't know for sure when that's going to be. We don't know for sure. Yeah, so someone says, how secure is it to stake on the exchange? Well, anything can happen, right? I guess, there could be an exchange malfunction, that the exchange gets hacked. Any crazy event could take place, though I know that Kraken is historically very safe. There are risks with staking on the exchange because your crypto is now basically being handled by a central party, right? But currently, you can't unstake the Ethereum. So if you lock it into Kraken, nobody could hack your account and take it because it's locked. You can't unstake it. So right now, it's actually secure to the point of no one can hack your account and take it. In that sense, you're secure. Your stake is staked. You can't do anything with it until phase 1.5, but you get the rewards, right? You get the rewards. And if you do, And by the way, guys, here's the Kraken link if you want to stake on Kraken. And also, if you like, let's say 31 ETH, right? I know you guys can see this. You make, at current prices, you make $205 a month. You make almost $2,500 a year if you stake 31 ETH. The yields could be higher than this, actually. They could be higher than this. But if the price of Ethereum hits $1,500, in 1 year, you actually make $6,500 by staking 31 ETH. If Ethereum hits $5,000 in this bull cycle by staking 31 ETH, in a year, you make 20 grand in rewards. 20 grand. That's a crazy price number, of course, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are more bullish than me. I have no idea. I believe you can get the rewards and move them. I believe. Oh, and also, okay, so I forgot about this. They now have the feature where you can actually trade your staked ETH for something else. So I was wrong. I just made a disclaimer where I said you can't get your ETH back. They just added this feature. I'm seeing it right now. They just added it to the other day. By the way, this is just a measly amount of Tezos dust that I didn't want in my account, so I staked it. I don't actually have Tezos. So you can trade your ETH for, you can trade your staked position for something else. I forgot that they were going to add this. I guess they added it like today. So yeah, actually you can trade that. You can trade away your staked position. I forgot. Never mind. So I guess you do have some freedom there on Kraken. And yes, I'm gonna shill my affiliate link. There you go. It's in the chat. If you want to sign up, you support the channel too by signing up with that. I don't know. I'll probably end up building that position up over time. You know, having a stake position of like 50 to 100 ETH seems like a great idea, because long term, guys. I mean, again, if you stake, let's say you get up to 100 ETH, which is a good goal. You stake 100 ETH at these current prices. You make back basically $8,000 at these current prices every year. You make $8 grand in income at current prices. And if Ethereum hits, let's do 13.5 times. Let's just say we hit $2,500 in the top of the next bull market. You made 33 grand by staking 100 ETH in a year. If we hit 2,500. I think that's pretty cool. And right now, my staking position is not, I mean, it's just 31, which is like decent. It's nothing life-changing. I would like to get up to 50 to 100 ETH in that staking position. Not pulling out of your stake ensures the ETH2 net security. True. So you're doing a service then by doing that. So, did this just end? No. Hold on. So yeah, Bitcoin is now pushing up above 19,500, or sitting just around 19,540. I mean, we're currently at the point where, like, usually I'd end the stream, but I feel like once I end it, we're just going to hit the all-time high, and I'm going to miss it. I'm not going to miss it. I'll have to go live again. All legs in one basket says end it. Yeah, if I end the stream, the price will moon. So maybe I should. This is usually what happens. Usually I'm really good at going live and the price goes up. But then like once, and then like it doesn't do what I want, and then I end the stream and then it does what I want. I'm just like, come on. You guys remember when I would only go live when the price would be dumping? Because that was my prediction in 2018. I think my YouTube alerts used to be like traumatizing for people. Dimitar says, Kevin, is it possible for the Bitcoin chart from 2018 until now to form a bearish butterfly pattern up to 30,000 US dollars? I mean, I guess it's possible. Though, I mean, you guys have to remember, like, the way that Bitcoin, it's different. Those patterns usually work better in the stock market, I think, in terms of like long-term chart, weekly chart. I don't know, guys. The crypto trends are pretty clear, and the way that Bitcoin is designed is pretty clear. Post-halving, so far we go into a bull market. Post-halving, so far we're about to break the all-time high. Once you get above the all-time high, again, Bitcoin is a global asset with a pretty scarce supply. And when you break the all-time high, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of momentum. You're probably not just going to hit 30K and then dump. If you created that pattern that you're talking about, the bearish butterfly, and we dump off that level for an extended period of time, I think there's probably some sort of global situation, global event that caused that to really play out. Don't think it would just play out because it's a bearish butterfly. Like there's so many factors that go into this, guys. For Bitcoin from a long-term perspective, I think that we'll probably end up creating a parabolic trend, right? I think we're going to be going parabolic. I don't think we're just going to run up to 30K and dump. I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I guess there's always, you never know. I mean, yeah, you could hit 30K and then consolidate above this level and then rally later, I guess. But I think we're going to be gaining a lot of momentum. Guys, let's see if we can hit 700 likes on this stream. See if we can hit 700 likes. Joffrey says, leave now, Kev. 20K, please. Maybe I'll do like a fake out. I'll end the stream. Bitcoin will then immediately pump to 20K. Then I'll go live, and then we'll fake out the price of Bitcoin. Are your friends into crypto? Yeah. They buy some. My friends buy some crypto. They're not like studying it or anything. Like they don't really know all about DeFi, but they are studying it. Guys, if you want to become closer friends with me, join the Discord. Join that Discord channel. But yeah, guys, I'm probably going to end the stream soon. And then go live if Bitcoin breaks out. Because, who knows, guys? This is the 4-hour chart. We could have like 12 hours until we actually break out, or we dump and it takes longer than that. It could be like another 8 hours till we actually pop above 20K if we were going to do that today. Another 8 hours. So we'll probably end the stream soon. Before you go, guys, definitely Joffrey's in the VIP chat. Yeah, guys, if you want to be in the VIP chat, I spend most of my time in the VIP chat. In general chat, you get like all my notifications for videos, tweets, like all that stuff, and I comment there a little bit. But in the VIP chat, that's where I am most of the day. And to get that, you join Patreon. So if you want to join Patreon, support this channel, get extra content, see what other altcoins I'm accumulating, join Patreon. I know people love to see that. And you can follow one of my public portfolios. So I have like a portfolio that I'm publicly displaying that you guys basically watch me manage in real time. Some patrons have been watching me build that portfolio since the beginning of 2020, and it started as kind of more like an altcoin experiment where I was just buying altcoins and then showing my patrons what I was buying. And then it went from I invested 20K, and now it's valued at 75K. So this year it went from 25 to 75K. But now it's not. Now it's not really an alt portfolio. Now it's more of like an experimental portfolio, like a public portfolio with some Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a bunch of alts. But I'm just slowly building it over time, and you can watch that if you would like. I just started getting back into some more alts in Patreon. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, this live stream, I should say, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. I'll be going live if anything crazy happens, right? And also, before you go, if you want to stake your ETH, which I have done myself on Kraken, if you want to stake Ethereum, I currently have 31 ETH staked on Kraken to get weekly rewards. You can sign up using my affiliate link. Right here in chat. So stake your Ethereum on Kraken if you would like. Again, yes, it is a centralized option. There are decentralized options which are more, or which are, I guess, safer. But staking your ETH on Kraken is by far the easiest solution. You literally deposit your ETH. You go to the staking tab here. Staking on the top left. You click stake. You click Ethereum, right? And then you stake however much you want, and that's it. You're good. You're staking ETH. It's that simple. So sign up for Kraken if you want that. Anyway, guys. People are leaving, but now I'm like sitting watching Bitcoin. I'm like, should I really end the stream? Should I really end the stream? I guess I will. I'll go live later if anything happens. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all maybe in like 4 hours. Who knows? Maybe Bitcoin will break out soon. Thank you guys for the support. I'll see you guys soon. Somebody in the chat is saying that I'm faking it. Guys, I'm absolutely not. I'm not sure why this is so hard to believe. The session expired. Hold on. I want to get past the part of the password. Okay. Staking 31 ETH, guys. Use the Kraken link in the description if you want to stake Ethereum. Sign up. And of course, huge shout out to all the people who donated today. Send Crypto, Sounds of the Underground, Attila Mock, and Timothy N. Appreciate it, guys.